Hello, everyone. Welcome here. Today, we are going to do some warfarming. Let's see. What do we have available to do? We have a couple new warframes, a couple new weapons. Let's build Gara. That sounds fun. Okay, what's my default Gara look like? Nothing too special. Yeah, this is straight up the default colors. And I don't really have any awesome Gara fashion or anything. Okay. Well, that means...
Operator, Ordis has determined the secrets to happiness. A combination of heightened dopamine
That
levels
means
and a
that we
terrible memory. You're welcome!
are going to want to redo the fashion from scratch. First of all, buy a potato. Okay. Now, is there anything in here that actually is useful? Health regen, I guess, could arguably be useful. Yeah, none of this is terribly exciting. Okay. We'll just install that for now. For arcanes, energize is always good. And I don't think I care about nullifier is usually pretty good. Barrier's good on a shield heavy frame, but I don't really think I care about. I think failing to have anything better to use, or better that I want to use, I'm just going to stick nullifier on for now. Alright. Let's add the Exos adapter, because we're going to eventually anyway. Now, let's go look at my normal Gara. See what my old build looked like before I start assembling a new one. Okay, it's missing a mod here. We've got efficiency, duration, and strength. A little bit less on range. Narrow-minded. Okay. This build, a little less duration, a little less efficiency, more range. Alright, let's just put something together. Okay, so for this... Alright. I do want to focus some on mass vitrify. I don't care about spectrophage at all. Spectro rage, whatever. That is I'm not sure what it is like nowadays, but it used to be a trash ability and probably isn't any better now. Splinter Storm in their hands, kind of interesting. Okay, what do we got for augments? Nothing terribly special. Wasn't there some kind of deal where if you smash your 4 while standing outside of it, it would add its damage to the strength of your 2? I don't remember. We'll have to play with that later. Alright, for now... what does duration give me? Wait, does duration actually give you the range on the... It doesn't give you explosion range, but it does give max radius. That's interesting. It does nothing for your 1. Oh, survey. Keeps your 2 up longer, which is good. Okay. What about range? Range gives you explosion range, of course. Splinter Storm radius. Range on Shattered Lash. Okay. Strength, of course. Explosion damage. Damage. Damage reduction from Splinter Storm. Okay. And damage. Building into strength is probably a good idea. And then efficiency. Just reduce the cost of things. Alright. Roger that. Now. I would like to build some strength, at least. Blind Rage is pretty good. But then we will definitely have to build efficiency. Streamline, of course. If I use fleeting expertise, then I've got to build duration from something else. We can do that. And then if we build some duration in, that'll get us everything except range, which I really wanted range, and lots of it. So we're probably going to have to sacrifice efficiency for that. This will make... Well, okay, our abilities are going to get a lot better when they level up. I keep forgetting that this isn't leveled up. Primed continuity isn't obvious. And then probably augur message. And that gets us into the green. And then can I get some range without any serious trouble? Overextended would greatly reduce our strength, which is bad. Stretch is good. Augur reach is good. Okay, that gets us a good amount of strength. Pretty decent range. Okay efficiency. Okay duration. And do we have a cheap Exilus that we can slot? No. Okay. Oh wait. That was filtered weirdly. I thought I had a level 5 Exilus of some sort. Got a crappy mobilizer can insert. Okay. Now, what do I want to bring? Of course, we need to put something on Shattered Lash. Crit chance is 20%, status is 30. It's pure slash on arc. This is when you hold, isn't it? We probably want to build status mostly. Okay, you can build range on this, that's useful. I'll probably end up wanting to build okay, it doesn't look like I can build speed, which makes a certain amount of sense. Lasting sting probably makes sense. Status chance. Okay, that's good. That's good, because that'll let me build combo quickly, because all the slash procs we're going to have. Spring-loaded blade might be good. But I want more status chance. Wait, Weeping Wounds is where you can get me status chance. I don't care about status, more status chance. Except I kind of do. If I could load in more cold damage. I don't want to lean even more toward yeah, it doesn't give us enough to get anywhere. We don't really need Prime to Reach to start with. We can add some radiation. Slash radiation viral. Then I have to remember to hold the button. And that'll give me pretty good status. Add spring-loaded blade for a little more range. Okay. We'll see how this works. We gotta pick something that's less ugly than this default look. Let's see. What kind of look do I want to go for Gara? Well, first of all, we don't want to do it in this slot. Because this is the default slot. Okay. Gotta link that so we can get the default colors on the base one the easy way. Okay. I don't really like the Gara Prime, but yeah, that's a reasonable default look. Okay. Now for an actual Gara look. The black base does look good. Just wondering if I should go with a different dark color. Nice deep purple might look good. Let's go with that one for now. I don't want the gold to be too yellow, but I don't want it to look washed out either. That's a pretty good one. Shut up, Ortis. Nobody cares about you. Okay. Bright white glass color might be kind of cool. What do I want the emissive color to be? There's very little room between washed out and invisible. Yeah, I don't think that matters at all. Okay. Slightly different shade of purple would look good here, I think. And this one really is. Yeah. Actually, white looks really striking there. Maybe a blue or a gray as well. Purple looks wrong. Red also looks wrong. White looks pretty sharp. But if I do that, I want a different shade for the glass. Is there a nice, like, green glass color I can... I don't want to look cartoonishly green, more like... Those are too dark. Those look too toxic. Maybe a bluish glass color? That's definitely too dark. These light grays look kind of sharp too. Ooh, those actually look really sharp. They don't really fit with the effect I'm... Oh wait, maybe they do actually. Ooh. Okay. Not gonna lie, it looks kind of sharp. Okay. I don't really like the Gara Prime helmet. I like this one even less. Base Gara helmet's pretty cool though. Okay, Gara Noble, of course. I don't think I want any chest piece. No. So one thing that people do with attachments in this game... okay, that one might not be bad. Anyway, one thing people do with attachments is they just slap one in every slot. And sometimes it just looks straight up way better to not have one. Honestly, a lot of the time it just looks way better than I have one. Now that one, on the other hand, that looks kind of cool. Red to Veil arm insignia, okay. Get some neat little blades on the arms. Looks kind of cool. Alright. And we have similar leg bits that look pretty okay. They're maybe a little overdone for the legs. Those giant kneecaps that are already there kind of get in the way. I'd rather have something that was on the lower leg. Like these Prismalatron ones are kind of okay. Lodestar ones look pretty good too. Okay. I think I like the Lodestars. Okay. It adds a similar kind of look to these with the little blades, but they don't attach directly to those jutting out knee attachments. so they end up looking better. That's ugly as hell. We could, of course, do wings. Yeah, when did I get this? That could be cool on the right Warframe. That could be very cool on the right Warframe. I don't know if any of these are particularly what I'm looking for. This one's cool, just not for this frame. Not sure where I would have gotten that. Let's take the Eidolon one and see what that looks like. Okay. Sure, why not? Oh, these things. Those are definitely a certain kind of hideous. Okay, this one may be kind of cool. Most of these are just... What are they thinking? No thanks. Okay. Most of these are impressively ugly. All these ones that I haven't bothered to spend money on. Yeah, most of these are just impressively ugly. If it wasn't for this giant plate in the middle of her back... Yeah, if it wasn't for that giant plate in the middle of her back, it'd look a lot better. I like the way the glass looks here in these hip things, but I don't like the way it looks on her helmet. I think we gotta go with a different shade of glass. Nice light greenish color, looks good. That's kind of a cool skin, actually. I'm not going to spend 165 platinum on it, but it's kind of cool. Most of these 10 gen helmets are hideous. Yeah. Okay. Now, off to Hydron.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely want to use the hold trigger. Okay. Oh, come on, don't move me backwards. I hate it when people go back in this back room here. Because that means there's loot back there and you gotta go back and get it.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Our one's doing pretty decent damage already. Okay. Obviously, running around smacking things with R1 is not what I'm building Gara for, but it is working out pretty well. It does work that way. Okay. Good thing my memory's not completely shot. Probably have too much range, honestly. Or duration, whichever one is making the circle huge. I think duration made it larger, as well as range, but I need to look at the stats more. Because I don't think I want my circle so large, but I do want to make sure that the explosion from the circle is larger.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Well, fine.
And
Bunch
so
of wusses
you
leave
learn
after the
importance
second
of
A rotation.
clarity and purpose.
Okay, let's go take a look at how some levels have changed things. So I'd like the explosion range to be larger, but the max radius to be smaller. So if I drop... Okay, let's see. It's at 14 and 15 respectively. So if I drop auger reach... Okay, that's affecting both of them. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate because the radius of the ring is way too large. I should probably trade rage for duration. Like if I slot a narrow-minded... I could probably drop streamline. Well, if I drop fleeting expertise, I lose a ton of duration. Or lose a ton of efficiency, but gain a ton of duration.
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
It might be worth the lower efficiency. Because that gets us a ton of duration. That drain's pretty brutal then. Do I have anything else I can get for efficiency? I don't think so. It's just streamline and fleeting expertise. Let's try it. Let's try it like this. And then... Can't fit narrow-minded right now. Yeah. I already have primed continuity, so I can't use normal continuity. I could use transient fortitude for even more strength. But that's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to increase my duration. And I don't think I can unless I can fit narrow-minded. And I can't really fit narrow-minded unless I get rid of intensify. Okay, but duration gives us huge max radius, which I don't want. I actually want the opposite of that. I want way more range and way less duration. Without dropping too much of it. Do I not have a max? Oh yeah, I already have it slotted, okay. Overextended. I could trade efficiency for strength, and then I can trade that strength away for more range. But that gets us, once again, no, I don't think overextended is a good idea. I don't think I need prime to flow. I'm not running any survivability mods right now, which may or may not be a mistake. I can trade away some duration for some more strength. I could slot power drift. And that would give me a little tiny bit more ability strength for free. But I don't think that's a good idea. Augur Secrets would be way better. Yeah, let's do that for now. Okay.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
I would like to kindly request that one of you hand over an energy orb. I maybe should use the plus energy capacity mod.
Vigil alone.
Yeah, I don't know. Need to... Okay, just combat. Looks like it's named Meow Prime.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Oh, come on, don't be a pussy.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
I don't know, sometimes this feels super weak and sometimes it feels super strong. And there doesn't seem to be much in between. Some of it is definitely bad hit feedback, though. It's hard to tell when you actually hit an enemy sometimes. Oh well. Yeah, it really doesn't feel like the 4 has that much range. Hopefully that's just an upgrade thing.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
A valuable lesson.
Okay. Getting a lot of these primary Deadhead arcanes. I'm not overly interested in them, but they could be good on like a sniper or something. Okay, we have at least one more run to get the Gara itself upgraded. The Shattered Lash. I probably want to give this at least one Forma. I don't think it matters that much though, so we'll leave it alone for now.
Saddle up.
I'm kind of happy with the way the Shattered Lash is turning out. This Relentless combination, combined with the Hold arc use, gives you plenty of slash procs, and then that ticks up your melee combo pretty quickly and buffs their status chance way the hell up. And then we're proccing tons of slash, viral, and radiation. Mostly viral. I don't remember. What kind of damage does the... does her 4 do when it pops? Oh, it does all the types. Okay. I'm not sure if it has status chance or not. Okay. Also, I don't remember. I don't think channeling her 4 increases the explosion damage. Unless you catch like a bunch of enemies inside or something. Yeah, I don't know. Gara was never really my most favorite frame ever. Energy. Where's the last couple of enemies? Oh, I forgot. Casting your 4 refreshes your 2. That's right. So you can do shit like this. Where you just keep stacking damage. And then eventually, anybody you run past just straight up dies. Like that.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more
Come
of the
on,
enemy.
don't make it take forever. Okay, there we go.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I don't want to lose my 400,000 damage I built up. Because some dude couldn't decide if he wanted to stay or go. Yeah, if I walk next to an enemy, they just kind of insta-die. That little snap noise, and then they just poof. Like Malice there. Poof, just dead. that, ladies and gentlemen, is what this build is supposed to do. As well as, you know, just generally murder things.
Words coming in of so many of you being your best selves. Nora is just beside herself with admiration.
Okay. I don't quite have enough going to pop Eximus instantly, but it's a matter of time. I think they've got damage gates that are also protecting them. I might want even more duration. I think I do want more duration.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Alright, fine.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Primary dexterity looks good, but it's for a primary, not secondary, which is unfortunate. I don't usually use primaries in the support role. Okay. Do I have any easy wins on duration? I could probably drop Augur Secrets without too much effort. Narrow-minded would lose me some range, but gain me a lot of duration. So if I put... I'd have to put a tooth slot in, and I don't really want to do that. Also, it'd lose me a ton of range. I think that's a bad idea. But I would really like to have... Let's drop...
Do you remember the old war, Operator? Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Let's drop Streamline for a second. I don't think I want to give up the range, because I want the extra explosion range. So I don't think narrow-minded is a good idea. I would like to have lightning dash. Or something of that sort. Coaction drift is pretty good. Just gotta stick arrow vantage in for now.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood.
So I'm not really sure if I need this much strength, Angara. Might be better off with less strength. The problem is the thing I really want more of, namely range and duration, especially duration. I think I want more duration. I'd have to get narrow-minded. And then to offset narrow-minded, I'd need probably overextended. Don't think is a good idea. Cunning drift would be nice if I could fit it. So I don't really care about max radius. I do very much care about the explosion radius. The reason I would want duration is so I can keep Splinter Storm up longer. But I think I'm kind of okay with the way it is already. More efficiency would be nice. But to get more efficiency, I would have to give up some duration, and I'm not willing to do that. Not really. Primed flow would help a lot. Okay, what if I drop Augur Secrets? Move Streamline down. No. I'd have to put in another dash anyway. Let's go ahead and add a dash. Add primed flow. That gives me a ton more energy. Which would help a lot with keeping stuff going. My efficiency is still a bit low. Range and duration are both... Okay, what's my old Gara look like? .200 duration. I didn't build any strength in my old Gara. Okay. Yeah. Let's try this. Let's drop Blind Rage. Let's drop Umbral Intensify. Equilibrium might be useful. Wait a second. Okay, I've got to have narrow-minded in here. But then where am I getting my range from? I had Cunning Drift, Stretch, Augur Reach, Augur Message. Okay. Gives me a 60-second duration on Splinter Storm, which is nuts. I might be building too much into duration here. Did Gar have a rework since last time I played? I kind of hope not, because if it didn't have a rework, then that means that my build should still be good. Gara patch history. Shattered Lash is now affected by casting speed. Okay, that's an important change. Exalted weapon changes. Sure, whatever. Some health changes that don't matter. Oh, interesting. Glass armor no longer disappears during Splinter Storm. I didn't notice that. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like there was any major changes to way Gara works. Okay. Yeah, let's try this out. I could probably slot Fleeting Expertise now instead of Primed Flow. And then have 100%, 175% efficiency. I don't think I need that though. Yeah, no. What did I have in there? Damn it. Oh yeah, I had greater energy. Primed flow. I don't think I need primed flow. If I put stretch in there, auger message there, boom. Oops. I could not quite fit Umbral Intensify. I could easily fit Augur Secrets though. Let's go ahead and fit Lightning Dash. And then it'd be pretty nice to have Steel Fiber, or Adaptation, I mean, actually. Because Adaptation gives you a lot of survivability. And then I can fit... Oop, I can't quite fit Maglev. Do I have a slightly... I could fit Cunning Drift there. And then are there any... I could fit in a base Intensify. I want to try with 0 strength just to see how it ends up feeling. Hunter Adrenaline might be useful. Hunter Adrenaline is such a weird mod. As is Rage. Actually, don't I have... Natural Talent? Casting speed would be really good on Gara, I think. Can I move a polarity from there to there? Yes, I can. Okay, that'd be good. Now, if I can fit a natural talent here, which I can, that should help a lot with getting my abilities out. Alright.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's so much faster.
Reinforcements are inbound. Hold the line.
Now I just need a little bit of energy. Which I'm sure one of these kind individuals will donate for me. Eventually. Someday. There we go. Let's get some slash procs going, so we start building I should probably put the plus critical on combo mod.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I'm not really nuking things as well as I'd like to, or at least doesn't feel like I am.
You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I'm only hitting things for like 17k or less. That was pretty effective. At least it felt pretty effective. Whether it actually was or not is a different story. Yeah, I kind of need to have more energy. That or more efficiency. But I think a primed flow will fix a lot of my problems here. Yeah, I'm not really doing very much damage with my 4. My 2 is definitely Touch of Death, but... It might change if I had more crit instead of status on my... Or in addition to status. Because I don't remember if the stuff from your stat stick carries over.
Do you choose to leave now
Oh,
or
come
continue
on.
fighting?
What you have learned here will serve you well.
Never tried to build her 4 for damage. I had a Nuke Gara before. I don't know what happened to that build. I think I overrode it with some other one. Let's see. I want to tweak this.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please
Gonna drop
return
those.
covered in blood.
And then I'm going to give it a Blood Rush. And do I want to give this a Forma? I mean, I'm going to have to if I want to have Blood Rush as part of it. I don't really need the spring-loaded blade. The Relentless Combination's interesting. The Weeping Wounds is giving me plenty of slash procs to keep Relentless Combination going to help keep my... Attack speed doesn't do anything. Got the stat stick. Effectively. Combo duration would help some. Critical damage is probably a good idea if I'm... Okay, let's go ahead and put a V on it. What did it just remove?
Ordis wonders, why is he here? Ordis supposes everyone has to be somewhere.
Goes Organ Shatter. Lasting Sting's not really that good. I thought it might combo well with Relentless Combination, but I don't think it does enough. Attack speed doesn't do anything here. I don't need more crit if I have Blood Rush. That's gonna stack pretty quickly. Gladiator Might's probably a good bet. Yeah, and then the Gladiator mods will stack together to give us half a Blood Rush between them. Alright, we'll see how that works. As for Gara herself, I've got huge duration, okay efficiency, okay range, strength is base. Which is why I'm not killing shit with the 4. But I think that's okay for building up her 2, nonetheless. It'd probably be even better with her with crits going, because it was built fully for status before, and I realized that that's dumb and it's probably cutting my ability to build my 2. Go get some flash procs going so that I start building up combo. Okay. Energy. Yeah, I'm spending a little too much time running around picking up energy. So what do I give up for more? Either more efficiency or... I probably want more efficiency, but if I take more efficiency, I'm going to have to give up some duration, which I can afford to give up. I could maybe swap to Death Cube. I don't really need this much duration, except then...
On it like paint.
It's just hilarious. You can run past enemies and they just die.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your
Problem is I'm only up to 100,000 by now. You stack so much faster with a little bit of strength, too. Yeah, I think I want some strength in the build. Come on, get up underneath the edge there. Bolt augmented? The only augments I have for Gara are not very interesting looking. But if I replaced her 3 with something else that does have an interesting augment, that comboed nicely. Arcane Molt. I don't know if I have Arcane Molt, and if I do, I don't remember what it does. I hate that you can't hit enemies that are at a slightly different level than you. I made sure I was outside of that first. Every little bit counts after all. Yeah, I'm not building my 2 nearly as fast as I'd like to. Slash procced.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Yeah, I like the extra duration, but I think when I had more strength, it was better. Because I could build so much faster. I would be up over 1 million by now with the higher strength build. I don't think I need... If I can reduce how much I need to spam with, let's say, a little more strength without giving up too much duration, then I think I might maybe can get away without having to have... One thing is, Eximus got damage gates, I'm pretty sure. There's not much I can do about. I don't want to get nullified by his ass. Yeah. I'm not stacking nearly as fast as I want to. Or even as I was. Alright, a few more strength mods. Give up a little bit of duration for it. Probably be acceptable.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
What you have learned here will serve you well.
Secondary dexterity. That's that one that I'm trying to get copies of, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. I should check to see if I can level that one up again. Yeah, my kill count wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. Okay.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm
Oh
themselves.
yeah, this one's got Pax Charge on it. Okay, I don't have any of those. That would explain why I don't have that. And where is this from? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that one doesn't come from Eidolons. Despite them saying that's where Warframe arcanes come from.
Ordis wonders, why is he here?
I don't think I need to change anything about this. You, on the other hand, could use a little more strength. I could slot a blind rage. If I did that, I could get rid of natural talent and cunning drift. Swap this V back down there. Reslot blind rage. That takes my efficiency back down to 75 where it was earlier. I did have basically this build earlier, except even more strength. Otherwise, leave everything alone. That basically doubles my strength. Which basically doubles the damage of everything. Whoops, get out of there. There. Which would basically double how fast I can stack stuff. I could drop adaptation for an intensify, which would help even more. I don't really need the adaptation. Not for this. I just count on everything dying and my 2 keeping me alive. Because it's got 90% DR already. We don't really need to stack another 90% on top of that. That would give me 75% efficiency instead of 130. Which means that it will be more painful to keep my energy up. And then... not Auras. Exilus. And then I can slot... an Aviator? No. Aero Vantage? Nah. I'm not sure what this is pronounced, but whatever that is, we have it now. Okay, let's go see how this performs.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Could have left the Exilus empty? Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. I don't like leaving unused points when I could get even a small advantage out of them. Starting energy is not that useful. I should have hit my 2. Okay, well... there goes the starting energy I did have. Another energy drop will happen soon. There we go. I need to have more combo. If I don't have a large combo built up, this builds very slowly. Of course. Hey, stop shooting my combo farming. Okay. $13K to $30K. Boom, just like that. Okay, combo, very important. Okay. We're up to 100,000 damage already.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded.
This
for your
stacks way
bravery.
faster. 4 does way more damage. Okay. Can drop from Thrax enemies. Best way is buying it on the Zerman. Yeah, I've not really done anything. Related to the Zerman at all. I wish it at least made a disc where I was looking instead of just a disc around me. Good energy, thank you. Best option for Warframe market. Probably. Energy. Yeah, there we go. Arcane Energize. Why do you proc when the energy bar is almost full, but not when it's almost empty?
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Buy a fully ranked 150 plat.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
I hope that guy wasn't the host. I don't want to lose all my stacks to a... Yeah. Still not quite able to nuke enemies in one hit reliably.
Corpses will remain before me. If you excuse me.
Wow. Max range on this is insane. That's why you don't wait for it to reach max range. From what I remember, you want to stop the wall early unless you're trying to catch enemies inside of the wall. Because if you catch enemies inside the wall, they increase its health, and the greater the wall health, the more damage it does, question mark. It's been too long. I don't remember all the details anymore. Damage gates suck when they're for other people. When they're my damage gates, they're great. Did 1,000,000 damage with a viral hit there. Not that that's that much damage, really. There's plenty of things that can do 1,000,000 damage consistently. Okay.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Very good.
That worked out pretty well. More secondary dexterities. I definitely should be able to upgrade that again. I need to go check. Get out of this stupid relay and back to the back to the orbiter where I belong. over here to the arcanes. Yep, I can upgrade it again. Nice. Need 11 more arcanes and we can have max rank it. Okay. How many does it take to max rank? 21, okay. Secondary Deadhead could also be very good. Secondary Merciless could also be good. I bet you Secondary Merciless, or even Secondary Deadhead, or both, would be amazing on Banshee. Where I use the Kuvanu core. %30 damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times. Plus 30% reload speed. You could stack so much of that on a Kuvanu core.
Orders have been counting stars, operator. All accounted for. If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha, ha.
I have too many different frames that like this particular weapon. Goodbye, 10 platinum. And Paracesis was used because it was my Gara. Stat stick. I think Gunson would be good here. Not because I necessarily like Gunson, but because it's very decorative. And we'll just use whoever's colors those are. They're close enough. Okay. Now, what I was actually after... what was I looking in here for? I was going to check something. Oh yeah, Banshee. I need a secondary arcane adapter. It's probably worth it. I use this weapon enough. Okay. 20% damage, 4 seconds, stacks up to 12x. This thing will hit even more like a truck than it did before. I don't know why I never put an Exil's adapter on this frame. Let's remove that sigil. I did a pretty good job of hiding the sigil on this one. You can just barely see that it has a steel path, or not steel path, a steel meridian sigil on the back, but it is still visible. So let's remove that. What sigil are they yelling at me about that I have new? Oh, this. That looks ugly as hell. Okay. Speaking of ugly as hell, I don't know what I was thinking when I picked those colors. Well, I do too know what I was thinking, that they're gaudy as hell. And this is a very gaudy Warframe. Yeah, let's take this to Hydron real quick. That way you can always find a group. And Banshee's better in a group anyway. Oh, really? Let's see, if I can get a couple kills, I can revive myself. There we go. What? Okay, fine. I don't know why I went down so fast today. Other than skill issue. Okay. I don't like those stupid Jade Light XMI. XMEs. They don't seem to like me either. They're easy enough to avoid, just gotta keep moving, but... Oh, interesting. The arcane counts down one stack every 4 seconds. So if you build up a whole bunch of stacks, you actually keep them for quite a while. It's like now I'm on 9 stacks. Now I'm on 8 stacks. Okay, that's way better than I thought it would be.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Very good.
I thought you'd just lose all your stacks as soon as it counted down, but no. Okay, that's even better than I thought it was. Let's do that again. This time without the early death for no reason.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
This is one ugly Warframe.
We are readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno.
Have part Banshee. What? I'm pretty sure I have full Banshee. Now that is a grievous insult indeed. But yeah, this frame is... It's definitely got colors on it. Oh, we've got a Nova. That's why everything's moving so fast. Hell yeah. And then I'm making everything super squishy. Okay. This is going to be some fast rounds. One thing that's pretty useful is that this arcane makes my weapon reload faster too. And this weapon is not terribly fast reloading, which is always its weakness.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Yeah, I like Nova. I kind of miss the old Spiva, because the old Spiva made everyone better. Or, you know, assuming you wanted strength in your build anyway. Oops, wrong button. But it doesn't mean that you don't may have to maintain two completely separate builds for Spiva and Slova anymore. Which is, I suppose, a good thing. And also, Spiva can do things beyond just speed without being completely worthless. So I didn't really like the antimatter drop, but I do like Null Star a lot. I used to have a build where you'd take a status shotgun and you would shoot the shit out of antimatter drop and then it would just blow everything up. But I never liked playing that nearly as much as I did just building insane duration and having a million little stars circling around you with their augment to make sure you never run out. If you shoot enemies
Extraction is ready,
in their weak points,
unless you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
it causes more copies of my 2 to pop. And if you cast 2 often enough in the first place, enemies are 90% weak point by volume. Or by surface area, I suppose would be more correct. And since there's so many particles, you can't see anything anyway. That just means you shoot the enemies in the face. Or any other part of their body for that matter. And the whole effect keeps rolling. The whole enemy's glowing.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy.
You might as well go to the C rotation. I hope that guy's not the host.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Good, he's not the host. And he wasn't the Nova either. Alright, where is this bastard? Okay. Post has a little crown on top of their profile pic. Okay. I wonder when they added that. There's always the possibility that it was always there and I just never noticed it for thousands of hours. And if you really want to die faster, I can oblige. Cauldron's shield pillage is surprisingly useful on other Warframes. I don't even remember what Hildren's other abilities are. Except that I wasn't horribly impressed when I used her. And oh, come on. There we go. I remember you used to be able to stand up on the edges on this mission.
Fought well. Good
But at some point they
deaths
changed it
all.
so you can't jump up there anymore. It was quite sad when they did, but alas. Probably a good thing, because some people were hiding up there just to leech. Okay, I can totally drop primed flow. But the reason primed flow is here is because I have quick thinking, and quick thinking is my backup. What do I call it? Backup survivability. Resonance is required. Range is great. We have low efficiency on this build. Reasonable duration. Okay strength. More strength would be pretty cool because it helps sonar be stronger. But as it is, you get like almost a 10x damage multiplier, which is pretty good. Arcane Consequence makes you real fast when you shoot him in the head. I don't know if this also triggers for the weak spots from sonar, but you get enough headshots anyway that you can zoom. And then Energize, of course, helps keep quick thinking and prime flow going.
I've been thinking.
No
Operator.
adaptation, which is somewhat
I thought
surprising.
you'd want
Most of
to
my
know.
builds have that. But doesn't really need it either. What's this one? Less strength, more efficiency. Weird. Not sure what that was for.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Cuba Nucor. Critical damage. Critical chance. It's really not a very good crit chance. Not sure why I built it this way. Status is 80%. That's going to proc a lot of status. 20% crit. I mean, it does fire pretty quickly, so you still get a lot of crits with it. Hello, Dread. Yeah, base crit is only 7%, which is pretty brutal. But look at that beautiful status. Heat, radiation, viral. Pretty solid. Oh well. And of course, visually, it's a crime against humanity. I think of all the different Warframes I've fashioned out, Gara is probably my favorite. This Gara Prime. I need to go get that zip popped. Let's see. That's done over here, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Remove cyst.
Operator, no! Have you lost your mind?
Alright. If I want to spread the disease, I can always go get Nidus. But I really like the way my Gara looks. Although the display model still has the Z on it. And then what do I have over here? Oh, this is my Gara for some reason. Not sure why I have Gara on display. And Mesa. All these stupid little Eidolon models that you get millions of if you kill Eidolons at all. At the time when I bought these Syndicate medallions, they were the last item available from each Syndicate that I didn't already have. So they were kind of a progress marker for myself to like, I have bought every single thing from that Syndicate. On to the next one. Of course, that's no longer true. Not even remotely true anymore, unfortunately. Oh well.
Here's what we can do for you.
It's a lot better than it was for a while there, though. I think I have Nucor on my Harrow. Yeah, I have this Nucor on the Harrow. Because you just headshot with this guy and everything evaporates. Harrow is pretty cool. I need to get myself a Harrow Prime. I assume one exists by this point. Arcane Avenger for even more crit chance. Consequence for parkour velocity because you're already popping crits all over the place. Lasting Covenant so that you just keep your crit chance forever. And then you just go nuts. Not sure why I used Silva and Aegis here, probably because it looked cool. Oh well. It is 10:46. But we will have to continue that tomorrow. Yeah. 'Cause tomorrow, more Warframe. Thursday, Zoo Tycoon. I've got a little bit of the scenario we did last week, and then we can start the last of the base game scenarios. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do the Dinosaur Dig scenarios. They'd be kind of fun. But also, I don't know. We've done quite a bit of Zoo Tycoon. Maybe it's time to move on. We'll see how I'm feeling when we get to that point. And whether or not I have anything else lined up. I don't really. Yet. But anyway. And then Friday, some good old EDF. And then Saturday and Sunday, more Sniper Elite. I'm not sure what we're doing after Sniper Elite. We've got a ways to go yet. We're not particularly close to done. But there's a pretty decent chance we'll do some X4 before too long here. Because I did finally get longer cables to replace the 2 short ones that I had for them. Because the sticks had cables that were designed to go to that computer. And now they have to go to the one way back there. So I've got longer cables for that, so we can use the sticks. I can use the sticks finally. And I was looking at some mods. And I found a couple of mods that should make the Xenon much more oppressive. Which should make the game interesting, shall we say. But anyway. We might do that after Sniper Elite. And there's so many other things I want to do as well, but after finding a couple of those Xenon mods, one of the reasons why I wasn't doing X4 for a while is because, well, they were working on updates, and also just because I didn't really have a good theme for a run in mind. But now I kind of do. I guess that's something to look forward to. For tonight, though, let's see. Is anyone in the old follow list doing anything tonight? Nope. Does not look that way at all. Okay. Well, I guess we won't raid anybody tonight then. Hopefully, I see you all back here tomorrow for more Warframe shenaniganry. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye.